Yeah, I am going to Alaska, all right? But right now, I'm actually in Seattle. I am boarding a cruise ship tomorrow. Never been on a cruise ship, never been to Seattle, except I have been to the airport, but I don't feel like that really counts if you don't leave the airport. I have been to Alaska, but I went to Alaska when I was about like 6. Luckily, got early check-in at this hotel that we're staying in for one night in Seattle. It's called like Citizen M. Never heard of it. They have 36 locations around the globe. I did just look that up. It's kind of giving like compact hotel room. They really crammed everything you need into a very small space, which I think if you were staying in a hotel room like that, like every single time you traveled, it would get old. But right now it's feeling very cool and very futuristic. I can give you guys a hotel room tour, but it would literally be 2 shots. This is just the room, sink, bed, door to the bathroom, closet, and then the toilet is kind of like next to the shower. And you can like see through the shower into the bedroom. We're gonna venture out. I think our hotel is in good walking distance from a lot of stuff. So we're probably just gonna walk out the front door, see what Seattle has to offer. And then tomorrow we board the ship. So yeah, welcome to the vlog. If you wanna see me go to Alaska and spend the next week on a cruise ship, stay tuned. We're at Pike Place Chowder. We got New England clam chowder, and then we got, what was the other one? Oyster, crab, and chorizo. Which one do you like more? I think I like this one more. Because you like that one more?
I like this one more.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I think I like this one more. It's very seafoody. I have my water bottle in my front pocket. Now we're just walking around the rest of Pike Place. I accidentally stumbled across the first ever Starbucks. This line is so long. I want to walk in this area because we went over there, but I want to go in there. I think the gum wall is down here. That is crazy. Do you think they like spray something so it's not like a health hazard? It is kind of pretty low-key. There are so many places to go in here. I feel like I would get lost. I wonder how long you have to live here and how much you have to come here to actually understand the layout. Let's go in here. It's so homey. Because we're like down low in this market, it feels very like cozy in here. I started Alone with You in the Ether on the plane, or Ether. I always say Ether, I don't know why. This is the book I should be reading because this is set in Alaska. Alaska, 1974. But I still haven't read The Nightingale, and I feel like I need to read this before I read this.
There is a little tree that feels like you and me. I can sigh and I wish that I built that little mountain.
We've discovered more things about this hotel room. There's a lot of interesting features. Do the colors. Ooh, look at that. This room is interesting. It really packs a punch. There's just like so many hidden little things. Like they've really packed everything into this small room. I don't think I told you guys, but we're going on this cruise tomorrow. It's with my boyfriend's family. So we went to Pike Place and then like his parents showed up, like they landed, went to the hotel and then came to meet us. And then like his brother and his brother's wife and then his sister and his sister's husband. So everybody kept coming to Pike Place to meet everyone else. So by the end of it, because we were there first, we were there for like 6-7 hours. We have seen every single angle of that area, which it's so cute. I really love it. I don't know how often locals are going down into that area. It's obviously like very touristy, but I do think it is still very cool. Like I feel like if I lived here, I would still really like that area. I did see the Space Needle from afar. Didn't get up close, but I did see it. We're gonna get a good night's sleep tonight. Board that cruise ship tomorrow. I'm so intrigued. It's so funny because I've lived on a boat. Like I used to be a stewardess on a yacht, and so it's like I've slept on a boat, I've gotten seasick, but cruise ships are different. They're truly a city on the water and they're so big. I wonder if you can even feel the water below you. I don't know, like are they so big that they're actually very stable and you can't even tell that you're moving? I did bring the Dramamine. I bought some like seasickness wristbands. I've wanted to go back to Alaska since I went that first time, and I'm so excited that now I'm 29. I'm gonna like fully remember every single thing that we're doing. So excited to like get a good night's sleep, get on the ship and go to Alaska. It's so cool. I'm so excited. We made it to our room. Here's our view. This is our bed. Some gorgeous artwork, a couch. I think these open. Don't they open?
They do, yeah.
Wow. That's gonna be so nice when we're in Alaska and like let that cold breeze in. Our bathroom, our desk. I'm learning so much today because I've never been on a cruise. I didn't realize that you like check your bags, go through almost like TSA, kind of like, I had no clue. I have no clue how any of it works. So I am learning a lot today. We just came to our room to drop off our backpacks. I think we're gonna go find a place to sit, maybe have a drink, have some food. Our boarding time was like 1:30, which you have to be first on the app to like sign up for your check-in time, which we didn't know. Like, I'm learning so much. Like, some people that like come on these cruises all the time, like they know how to work the system. This is so crazy. Oh my God. This is so cool. It's like an amusement park. We just started moving. Everybody started cheering. It's kind of fun. I feel like we're part of the community. We are moving. We are fully leaving Seattle. I need to look on the map. I haven't looked on the map in a little bit. We have dinner reservations at 8 p.m. There's a martini bar on the 3rd deck that we're gonna meet at before dinner because my brother-in-law, he's been on a celebrity cruise ship with my sister. He went with his family. My brother-in-law, he was like, oh, I've been on that boat. You should go to the martini bar. They have like a theater, they have a casino, they have a spa. Like, they literally have everything. It really feels like an adult amusement park. We really just hung out on the sun deck until we set sail, and then still hung out on the sun deck until we had to come down to get ready for dinner. So, the restaurant that we're going to tonight, I think, is French. All of the restaurants kind of have the same standard menu, but then each of them individually have like specialties. There is like a little bit of uniqueness to each of them. This cruise ship isn't like all inclusive necessarily. Like, you kind of like buy a certain level and then like certain things are included within those packages. I haven't been to an all-inclusive situation since I think I was in college. My family went to the Dominican Republic and that was fun. You would go to a restaurant or you'd go to the bar and you'd be like, I'll have 3 drinks, all of the appetizers, like you can just kind of go for it. So I feel like we're gonna be trying every single appetizer tonight. I've seen on TikToks and Reels where people get on the elevators on cruise ships. They change the plate that says like the day of the week, but I thought that that might be happening on this cruise ship and they don't have the plates in the elevators. Maybe it's just a big cruise line that does that, like Carnival or something. You can also tell which people are like cruise ship veterans because there were people that were already like in the pool, at the pool, tanning, hanging out in the jacuzzi, and it was like, okay, well, we can't do that because our bathing suit is in our checked bag, which isn't in our room yet. Like, those people know. They know that you should put your swimsuit in your carry-on, so if you want to go straight to the pool, you can. Which today is kind of the day to do that at the pool because I think where we're going is going to be much colder. Today was the day to hang out at the pool. They know what's up. We've reached the martini bar. I got an espresso martini. This is pretty fun. They're like seats that are low to the ground. It's not like a normal bar where you're like up high. You're like actually like seated low at the bar, which is pretty nice. It's so deep and blue that it almost looks black, like the water looks black right now. Like, that's when I think about people that were sailing like in the 1800s, like they must have been like terrified. Should I try opening the window? That's sick. Time got away from us and we like rushed to get the breakfast because we were afraid they were going to take it up. We made it, and I also got a mimosa. Today's a full day at sea, so we're just kind of hanging out today. Probably just sitting around drinking. Oh, good. To your family? Oh, how did we not notice them? They do such a good job at like cleaning up your room. Everything is so nice when you come back in. Like, they organize all of your stuff. Today, walking around, you can kind of tell subtly that you're moving. I think we're just gonna go sit outside and enjoy the fresh air, but that requires some layers because it is kind of cold. So we came down to get some layers. There's not a lot of people outside today because it's windy and cold. If I'm gonna feel the motion of the boat, I like wanna be outside and like feel the breeze and like smell the water and stuff. Feeling the motion, but not actually being outside is like a little bit disorienting. I'm not seasick though. I'm just like nervous that it's gonna start. It feels very odd to be wearing my puffer coat. That's what it is. We're doing puffer coats. An Irish coffee would be so fun. We should try going to the magic carpet.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be fun.
Magic carpet. Please exit now.
2 Irish coffees. We had to go inside to get them because all of the bars outside don't have a coffee machine. So we went downstairs and we got them, and then we brought them back up to the magic carpet. The magic carpet's kind of like a bar that's like a cantilever, like it's like a ledge that sticks off the boat. So we're like hanging off the side of the boat kind of. No one's up here because this bar isn't open yet. If you go get a drink from another bar and then come up here, that works too. I actually haven't tried this yet. They put whipped cream on it, but it kind of melted on the way up here. Oh, it tastes strong.
Yeah, I know.
It tastes very strong. It's much later. I took a nap because my head just like was really bothering me. It is still kind of like a dull headache, but honestly, I think that's more about drinking than it is about seasickness. It's just kind of like a dull, it almost feels like I like pulled a muscle like right in the side of my head. Like I can feel the muscle moving like over here. We got in the hot tub, which was fun. I didn't bring my camera for that. I literally just brought myself, you know, I didn't bring my phone or anything. So we did that for maybe like an hour and a half, even though they recommend doing it for 15 minutes. And now it's time for dinner. Tonight we're going to a steakhouse, so I think I'm gonna wear my nicest outfit, which is this skirt that you guys have definitely seen before. I wore this in New York to go see a Broadway play. I've worn it some in Atlanta, but I'm gonna wear it with a black top. I think we're meeting at the Martini Bar again, like we did last night, which is pretty funny that like that's becoming our meeting spot. My brother-in-law is gonna be very proud. The restaurant we're going to tonight is like a step above, and you like pay an extra fee to like go to like one of the nicer restaurants. The restaurant we went to last night was like included in what we had, so it was like completely free, and it was really nice. I don't know what the restaurant tonight is gonna be because I can't picture it being much better than last night. Like the waiter was so nice. The food was really good. Like the food on this trip, great. I feel like certain cruises, maybe like buffets and stuff could be, you know, maybe not the most appetizing, but this cruise, I'm becoming a cruise person. I'm very impressed by everything that we've had. Tomorrow we go to Ketchikan, and I think you can get off the boat starting at 7 a.m. I keep thinking about when we were boarding the ship, when they checked our passports and everything, this woman, we were like, oh, we've never been on a cruise ship before. And she was like, well, just relax. You're gonna have a great time. You get to go to a bunch of places, but you only have to unpack one time. That's like kind of the central pitch for a cruise ship for me. You get to visit so many places, but you do not have to keep repacking your bag, zipping it up, going to a different place. We're just in this room. Everything's in our drawers, everything's hung up, and we get to go to a bunch of different cities. That's how someone should pitch a cruise ship. I'm really understanding the appeal. I feel like cruise ships get like a bad rep. I feel like people kind of shit on them. I'm pretty impressed. Obviously, there's a bunch of different like levels of cruise ships and stuff. I feel like certain ones maybe aren't as good as others, but this one's sick. I'm loving this one. I also think for some reason I'm enjoying more of an expedition, adventurous type of cruise. Like I wonder if I would like it as much if it was more like Caribbean, tropical beach cruise. Also, I meant to say the service on this ship is so good. Like because everything is kind of like all inclusive, like you're not like tipping people when they help you. They're not like getting tipped every single time, but they're like so caring and like always helping you. If I was a waiter and I wasn't like actively getting tipped, I don't know if I would be as kind as these people. Like they are so kind and like always asking you if you need anything. I'm like very impressed. The club, we gotta go to the club tonight. We're en route to the Martini Bar. Last night, espresso martinis. I feel like I might get another espresso martini.
They went too.
Yeah. We got off the ship in Ketchikan and we're going on a boat that was on season 2, The Deadliest Catch, and we're going crab fishing, our excursion today. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of the show The Deadliest Catch. I feel like it was just on in my house growing up sometimes, just in the background. Maybe my dad put it on. It's the show about these people that go fishing in the Bering Sea, and it's just crazy conditions, you know, scary waves, cold. It's The Deadliest Catch. So we went on a tour that was on the boat from the second season of the show. They completely redid it, so it's comfortable for tours and stuff. The men that were our tour guides, they weren't actually on the show, but they worked in the Bering Sea for the majority of their life. So they talked about just what it's like fishing out there, the conditions, scary stories. They just explained how everything works. Like they showed us how they set traps, how they pull up traps, the mechanics of the ship. They showed us a bunch of different animals, not even just crabs. They showed us fish, they showed us an octopus, they showed us starfish, just kind of a little bit of everything. But they obviously showed us crabs as well. They showed us this Alaskan king crab. This thing is huge. That was my favorite thing, seeing an Alaskan king crab up close. My other favorite thing that they did, they drove us over to this island where they knew a lot of bald eagles hang out. They threw some fish in the water, hoping that these bald eagles would come and take the bait and just catch them in front of us so we could see them up close and personal. And they did multiple times. So we saw bald eagles like really close up. That was pretty sick. I had no clue that we were going to see just more than crabs on this tour. I'm definitely going to have to go back and watch some episodes of The Deadliest Catch because I have not seen it in years and years. And hearing some of their stories, it's really a crazy job these guys do. So I'm going to have to turn that on when I get back home. We finished our boat tour and now we're looking for a place to have lunch. I think we're going to this place called Dockyard. It has outdoor seating, which will be nice because it's warmed up.
I'm gonna do the fried green tomato and shrimp remoulade sandwich.
I think I'm gonna do the same sandwich.
We have regular salt and vinegar and jalapeno.
Oh, I'll do salt and vinegar. And then we get drinks over there? Okay, thank you. That one's so cute. The husky bowl is so funny. Thank you. Ooh. Spilling it. This is so fun. We have this little table around the fire pit. Shrimp, remoulade, fried green tomato sandwich. The owners of the restaurant that we ate at, I overheard someone asking them like when they moved here. So I asked them, I was like, oh, I heard that you like moved here like 6 years ago or something. And they said, yeah, we moved here from New Orleans 6 years ago. We opened this place 2 years ago. And I was like, that's crazy that you moved here from New Orleans, like such a drastic change. And I told them that I went to Tulane and they were like, oh, that's so fun. Kind of crazy, which makes sense because we got the shrimp remoulade, so you know, kind of a random thing to have on a menu in Alaska. Walking around Ketchikan, watching salmon swim upstream, wondering why they do that. Also, you think I would have learned my lesson in Yellowstone because it ended up being so hot there. It was colder this morning. Now I'm hot again in this long sleeve shirt. I did not learn my lesson, but it was cold when we got off the boat. Now it's like 73, 75 maybe. Do not need all these layers. Bye, Ketchikan. It really is so pretty. The restaurant that we're going to tonight, it's called Le Petit Chef, and it's like a French restaurant, and they have this like little animation on the plate, and they make your food in front of you, and then they bring it out. I looked it up online. It seems pretty cute. We're getting ready to play 42, which is a game that my boyfriend's family is obsessed with. It's kind of like bridge, but it's with dominoes. I'm not very good at it, but they love it. It's like their family game that they play.
I have a pretty strong hand with one weak point, but it's like, so traditionally I'm too conservative with this game. I do tend to lose to my dad and my brother because they're very, very aggressive. Given the way they play, it almost forces you to play aggressively.
Forces you to play aggressively.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also pretty drunk right now, so don't trust my analysis that much.
Okay. I'm not playing, I'm just watching. But you have a partner. All of the significant others, all of the in-laws aren't as good at it. I don't know how to play though. Okay. We're up at a cool 5:30 a.m. to look at everything that we're passing. 6:30 a.m. Endicott Arm and Dawes Glacier viewing. Right now we're just seeing ice. Ooh, there's a big chunk right there. Coming up on the glacier wall. I've also realized that this might have been where I came as a kid. We came on our friend's boat and I remember we saw like a glacier wall situation 22 years ago. Okay, so I guess I was 7. No, I was 6 because I was about to turn 7. I'll put a photo on the screen of me and my siblings. We like went out in a little dinghy like closer to the wall and there were seals on the ice, I remember. A chunk of ice fell from the wall and it looked much closer than it was. There were like big waves that happened, so we were really scared because we were in a dinghy. But then by the time it got to us, it was like smaller little waves and we were like bobbing along with these seals that were on an ice cube next to us. A lot of my Alaska trip when I was 6 I don't remember, but then there's a lot of like specific moments that I remember very well, and that's one of them. Like I can picture it clearly. That's definitely it. Yeah, it has the mountain in the back. That's the mountain in the back of the photo. Here 22 years ago, roughly in that area. This ice looks crazy. So blue and black. I took a photo to compare and contrast the photo from 22 years ago. I think it's the same place. I sent it to my mom to confirm. This day has felt so long and it's only like 12:30 because we got up at 5:30 a.m. We're in Juneau from like 1:30 until 9:30. We're having lunch at the Cosmopolitan. With our package, you can eat at this like buffet area and then you have all of these like different dinners included. I've kind of explained this a little bit, but they have lunch spots too. Buffet, you have a ton of options, but it's really hard to find a seat if you're like going at like peak time. Like if you're going at peak breakfast, peak lunch, it's kind of difficult. Here, it's like you're just seated and then they serve you obviously more limited options on the menu. The packages for this cruise are crazy. The deals, I mean, obviously they do cost money, but once you're here, everything feels free. So it kind of feels crazy to be eating at this restaurant and like we're not paying anything. The restaurants are included with just the ticket to get on the boat. Alcohol is an additional thing. I got a turkey pesto panini. So we're gonna eat this and then we're getting off the ship. I think we're docking right now as we speak. We're going whale watching in Juneau.
Does anyone have any burning questions you want to know about the whale?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
We're gonna get a tail.
Wow.
Fin.
There you go.
Get ready for a tail. Because apparently that's what Ridley does now.
Tail!
I just wanted to see your
Whale watching was a hit. We saw so many things. The woman that was giving the tour was so knowledgeable. Like, she was such a nerd about whales. It was like very endearing. And we saw a ton of whales. We ate dinner at Tracy's. It's like a crab place in town. And we had a ton of crab. We had 6 pounds of crab. We walked around briefly in the town, but it was pretty much time to go back to the boat. So walked in a few gift shops and then came back to the boat. I've been wanting to get an ornament, and there was a store that was just ornaments. That was the entire store. And I was like, perfect. That is what I need to go into. I got this whale ornament with a little baby whale. It says Juneau, Alaska on it. Just wanted to really speak to our Juneau experience since we did whale watching here. There was a really pretty glass whale ornament, which I love, but it didn't say Alaska on it, and I kind of wanted something that said Alaska. And also, this is going to be easier to travel with. A coaster. You know, we need more coasters in our home. I got this for my dad or my mom, depending on who wants it. It says Red Dog Saloon, and it just has the same thing on the back. I didn't get anything in Ketchikan, so this is kind of like the first stuff that I bought. I think we're gonna go get dessert and go to a comedy show. We have to get off the boat pretty early tomorrow. I think we get off at like 7 a.m.
Please check to ensure that you do have your passport. It is required for this excursion. Our train will be departing shortly, and when our train starts to move, it is normal to experience some bumps and jolts.
We are in Scagway. We just got on this train that we're taking. It's a long train ride. It's much longer than we thought, but we go all around the mountains, and then we go into Canada, and then we come back. But it's another early morning. This is like the first morning that I'm feeling rather tired. So we're doing this quick little trail. I think it goes up to a church. Everything here is like from the gold rush age. No one lives up in this area, so this is just like animals and a church and a lake. They said it was the only building that survived. Now we're going on this little trail that's a little bit further past. I think it has an overlook of the lake, and then we'll head back towards the train. Like, to think that people used to live up in these mountains and go to that church is so crazy.
I know every engineer on every train, all of the children and all of their names, every handout in every town, every lock that ain't locked when no one's around to see. Trailers for sale or rent, rooms still at 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. Ain't got no cigarettes. I'm at 2 hours of pushing broom. Buys an 8 to 12 4-bit room. I'm a man of means, by no means king of the road.
Scagway haul. I did a decent amount of shopping here. They had more gift stores here than there have been other places, or we had more time to look. A lot of things spoke to me, so I'm kind of getting stuff for us, stuff for my family members. I don't really know how I'm gonna disperse all of this stuff. I'm just gonna show you everything that I got. This just says Alaska. It's comfort colors. It just looked really cozy and basic. I feel like I'm gonna keep this for me. I like see me wearing this lounging around the house. Our bus driver recommended this brewing company. It was called Klondike. I liked the vibe. I liked our waitress. I got a shirt from here. Pretty cute. It's always fun to get something like, you know, more specific to the town too. Scagway, Klondike, boldly crafted. I thought it was kind of fun, and I liked that bar. Got that in like an olivey color. Scagway, Alaska with an embroidered mountain. Cute, basic. I got this dish towel. I'm probably gonna give this to my mom. It just says Alaska on it. We have dinner in like 30 minutes. I feel like we've been like non-stop for the last 2 days, but we're gonna eat dinner and then we're gonna come back and relax. I need to just like be horizontal. I'm like so tired. We slept like 6 hours last night. That's not horrible, But then the night before, we slept like 5.5 hours. Neither of that's that bad, but I do need a night with like a full 8 hours. I didn't even say the most insane thing. I didn't have service for like 6-7 hours. We were up in these mountains. There's no cell towers. We get back to Scagway. I get service. Taylor Swift is engaged. The worst day to not have service. Also, my cousin's wife's water broke. The rest of the world, my entire family knew both of those pieces of information for like 7 hours, and I just had no clue. Congrats to both of them. It's time to go to dinner, but honestly, I'm probably gonna see you guys tomorrow. We've come back full circle, and I'm wearing the outfit that I wore in Seattle on the first day. We're gonna go get sushi at one of the specialty restaurants because you get $150 worth of credit for our room, and we have like $90 left, and we need to spend it. Use it or lose it, so we are gonna go ball out at the sushi restaurant. We had a little thing in our room that made our starter free, so we're doing that, and then 5 different rolls. Sea bass ceviche for our starter, and then this is the Alaskan snow crab California roll. We got our shrimp tempura rolls. This is like the straight up shrimp tempura. This is also a shrimp tempura, but it has more of like an eel situation. Ooh. I also got a Prosecco to drink. These are the last ones. They really saved the avocado ones for last. We have an onboard excursion today. We're going to a Macallan tasting. I'm already feeling my Prosecco, so this is going to be interesting.
Have you heard about Macallan? Yes. Yes, of course. It's one of the most high-end single malt Scotch whiskey in the world. Chew your whiskey side by side from left to right for 8 to 10 seconds. So after you chew it and drink it, inhale in your nose. Is it burning? So after you put a drop of water, I want you to repeat the process of chewing your whiskey again. So chew again your whiskey for 8 to 10 seconds. So how was it with a drop of the water? So chew your whiskey side by side from left to right. Chew your whiskey side by side, left to right. And then drink it. Inhale in your nose. Exhale in your mouth.
I unfortunately can't drink straight liquor. Like, it really just reminds me of college. Vodka specifically reminds me of college, but like any straight liquor, it's not the easiest for me. The woman running the Macallan tasting, loved her. She's bartending at the restaurant we're going to tonight, and we were all like, we need to get a drink made by her. She was talking about the old fashioned that she makes. She was talking about just like her favorite drinks, and so we are going to get a cocktail made by her. It's surprisingly so warm today. Even this is feeling too hot. I see another game of 42 in our near future. We played a lot of 42, and I'm feeling much better at the game. Like, I feel like I can kind of hold my own. I'm getting it. I need a few more good rounds in me. We are going to dinner at Eden, which I think is the fanciest restaurant on board. It's so gray and overcast today. We dock at 5:30 p.m. in Victoria. We're gonna go play more 42 until it's time to dock. Just got to Victoria, so it was really kind of like a day and a half at sea. Eating some food before we get off because we're doing like a city bus tour. We're going to a botanical garden, and then we get back on the ship at like 11:30 p.m. So it's kind of like a night excursion. We get back to Seattle early tomorrow morning, and I'm really sad. It's our last day. I love Celebrity Edge. During the day today, we just kind of hung out. We played more 42. Just kind of sat around. Nothing too much to share. Look at the sign. There's like flowers up in the little circle. We made it to the gardens. I think he said the tour takes like an hour and a half-ish, and we're just gonna be looking at flowers the entire time. They even have flowers on the trash can. An O Canada latte before we start our tour. It's just a latte with maple syrup. So fun. I feel like I keep pronouncing it wrong. Bouchard Gardens.
I thought it was Butchart.
Butchart? I feel like we're here at the best time, like right before sunset. The lighting is perfect. That's so pretty. I'm gonna repeat "that's so pretty" about 1 billion times in this video. Naturally, the last shot that I got of this entire trip was us just walking back to the boat circa 11 p.m., a couple beers deep, and then I just didn't pick up the camera again. Getting back to Seattle, getting off the boat, getting on the plane, it was all a little bit hectic. We've been back home for about 2 weeks now, so we have a good bit of distance from the trip, and I can officially say that this is one of the best trips I've ever taken. I love Alaska. I'm gonna have to go back every summer. The ship was amazing. I mean, I talked about it throughout the entire video, but I am a cruise person. I'm gonna say that for the billionth time. Like, I am a changed person. I will go on another cruise again someday. The cruise line we were on was Celebrity, and the boat that we were on was Celebrity Edge, and I know Celebrity takes a trip to New Zealand. That's like a 12-day trip, and that sounds amazing. I'm so thankful that I got to go on this trip. So appreciative to my boyfriend's family for having us all. It was so cool. Okay, like, how much can I say it? Last things that I got on the trip, I got this ornament from the gardens. I also got this, which this is actually a great thing to show at the end of this video, just kind of a culmination of the entire trip. I got an ornament of the ship. Like, this is the exact ship that we were on. Do you see the magic carpet, the little orange thing? That's where we were sitting when we were having our Irish coffees. This is probably my favorite purchase that I made the entire week. I think the con of a cruise ship is that you see all of these cool places, but you only have a limited amount of time in those places. But I am excited that I've seen those places and I know what I would want to go back and do. We've already discussed going back to certain places and doing specific hikes up to a specific glacier and like staying in specific places. So we'll be back one day, okay? Trust. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is the last of my summer travels, and now I'm just so excited for fall. Like, it's already getting a little bit crisper outside in Atlanta. It's my niece's first Halloween, so that's top of mind. Like, what is she going as? I don't know, but I am so excited. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, you can follow me on all of my socials. I post a bunch of stuff over there, a bunch of photos from my Alaska trip all over Instagram. And I think with that, even though it's making me really sad because I miss Alaska and I actually had a lot of fun editing this video and like looking back on everything that we did, I miss it so much. I miss it so much. But I think with that, this is goodbye. It's gonna be a thumbnail, like me in Alaska.
Maybe shocked, maybe a little flirtatious, like you're trying to kiss the crab.